Welcome, everybody. We are here on the floor of the Legal League 2025 Spring Summit, speaking with some of the attendees and panelists and experts that we have delivering education and networking and everything else here at the Legal League event. Right now, we are speaking to Reneau Longoria of Doonan, Graves, and Longoria. Welcome, Reneau.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us. I know that later today you are going to be on one of our panels that is talking about industry obstacles and trends and that sort of thing. Could you give us a little sneak preview of some of the things you're going to be talking about today?
Absolutely. In preparation for the panel, one of the things that I enjoyed most was just the brainstorming. Much of what we've seen yesterday and this morning, we're looking into a crystal ball. We're all trying to predict where are we going. This panel focuses on solutions. Not every solution works in every state, but you're going to hear creative discussions around collateral swaps, receiverships, disaster servicing, things like that, where we're offering things that have worked at least in some instances, and perhaps they will either work in your state or it will inspire something that will.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, there's so much to keep track of just every day. There's new news, and I'm sure from an attorney's perspective and working with services, there's so much to keep track of. So that's great to be getting an update on some of those things that have worked in various locations.
Yeah.
Well, along those same lines, I know as part of your partnership with Legal League that you have served on the Education Committee. Could you talk a little bit about what that involves and if there's any real points of pride that you're excited to talk about, anything you guys have accomplished?
Absolutely. The Education Committee, actually education is the reason I joined Legal League. I think it's the thing that distinguishes Legal League from many of the other default organizations. And I've enjoyed working on the committee. Sometimes our education comes in the form of we get together and we go into servicer shops and we have, one-on-one with various departments or a group of departments. Sometimes we have short lunch and learn presentations and that sort of thing. And then we're also responsible for the content of the panels and the discussions as you come here today. Yesterday, we had a servicer attorney roundtable, which is a confidential discussion for a few hours where we really go over what's happening in the industry. That's always the best part. I really enjoy just being able to speak frankly between servicers and attorneys about the problems and the solutions.
That's got to be really exciting to see being on the planning side of things and seeing everything come together.
It is.
Well, you may have already spoken to this somewhat with that last question, but I know you've been to a few of these, but this particular conference, is there anything that's been a real highlight so far? Maybe it's just that, or anything that you're really excited to look forward to for the rest of the day's programming?
It's definitely been the people. I invited several different servicers, et cetera. And I actually have one who, in order to make it work, paid part of their own way. In other words, their company didn't even pay for them to be here. For me, that was such a signal of the commitment to personal excellence and, connection within the industry and just really caring about the work that we do. That meant a lot.
That's awesome to hear. Well, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us, Reneau. We really appreciate your work for Legal League and for the Education Committee, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back with more.